how are you doing? This is Shelly. My next video is going to be about my MAC palettes. I have here 3 that I want to show you. So let's get down to it. The first palette that I'm going to get into and talk about today is my blush palette by MAC. It has, it has 6 different colors in there, from peaches to browns to pinks. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just pull each and every one of these shades out of the palette so you can see what the color looks like, and I'm also going to swatch them along my hand so you can see the color payoff. But this is the first color, and it is called Mocha. It's just a dark pink shade. Okay. Now, Mocha is a perfect blush for darker skin tones. I mean, fair to medium skin tones can pull this off as well, but I find that on darker skin tones, it looks the best. So here it is, Mocha. The next blush that I have here, and it is called Peach O Peach. This is what it looks like, and it is a slightly brighter shade. I'm going to swatch it next to Mocha so you can see, but I guess you can say that Mocha has more of a reddish mauvey undertone, and Peach O Peach has more of a pinky undertone. It's more of a true pink. So here it is next to Mocha. You can see the difference. Even though on the pen they look practically the same, I mean, one is darker, one is medium shade, they look completely different swatched. Okay. And lastly, we have a lighter pink. Okay, this is called Well Dressed. Oh, I haven't showed it to you guys. This is what it looks like. Well Dressed. Now you can get these at pan forms. You can also custom and mix them to create your own palette. I rather have a palette of different shades so I can take it with me when I'm traveling, and I find it more convenient, especially when I'm working on clients, because then again I can just grab this palette and I have pretty much all the shades that I need to work with. But you can do either way. This is it. It looks very similar to Pink Swoon. So if you do have Pink Swoon, I wouldn't run to get this one because they're pretty much the same. But that's just me. If you want to go ahead and buy both of them, you're more than welcome to. Now I'm going to swatch the peaches and browns next to the pink swatches so you can see. But the next blush is definitely my all-time favorite blush by MAC. Okay, it's a peachy color, very subtle peach, and it is called Peaches. How surprising. So I find that blush to be very, very pigmented. I mean, you only need one swipe and it's right there. So there it is, next to Well Dressed, as you can see. So this is the perfect blush for summer or spring. I absolutely love it. And then we have Sincere. This is what Sincere looks like. And it's just a tannish bronzy color. I guess lighter skin tones can use it to contour. I use it to contour, and I rarely use this one as a blush, really. Okay. So that's that. Right here. Sincere. Last but not least, and it is Trace Gold. Trace Gold. It's an amazing blush. It's the only one with shimmer that I have here on the palette. Even though I like my shimmer, I'm trying to be very, very conservative when it comes to my blushes. I like matte blushes. Probably that's because I have oily skin and I don't want my skin to be extra shiny or look extra oily than it is already. So I'm trying to go for the matte finish blushes. But that's that. I use it also and I love it very much. Darker skin tones can pull this off also as a highlight shade, I guess. So these are all the blushes. Okay, so this is a very, very versatile palette, and I recommend getting this kind of palette, whether if you're a makeup artist or whether if you're someone that just very, very much into makeup and you want a variety of shades all together in one spot. Okay, I'm a very, very organized person, and when I have equipment all over, I'm just losing it. So if I have it in one palette, it just helps for my peace of mind, I guess, and it puts my mind at ease to know that I have everything I need in one place. So that's awesome. Next palette that I'm going to get into is my neutral eyeshadow palette. And I did mention this one before in my previous video when I was talking about my best makeup products of all time. So if you want further information about my palettes, you can check out my other video as well. I didn't quite show this one on my other video. I showed you the purple eyeshadow palette, but here it is. Every woman needs her neutrals. This is a must-have. Now, I already pre-recorded this video earlier, and I just wasn't happy with the way it turned out. So I did swatch all these eyeshadows on my hand, but the first row was barely showing. So what I'll do, I'll just swatch the middle row and the last row, because I do want these swatches to be helpful for you guys, and I do want you to be able to see them. What's the point in making swatches that you can hardly see, right? So basically, I really, really love this palette. It's good for an everyday. It's also good for a night out on the town. You can tone it down and just apply it with a sheer wash of color, or you can build it up to be a night out look. So this is something that I definitely love about this palette. It's very, very versatile. It has lots of finishes, lots of color ranges. And again, M.A.C does have a variety of eyeshadows, finishes, textures. So you can go ahead and find pretty much every color that you need. Now I'm going to do the last row, which is mostly goldens and coppery colors, some browns also. Now I tend to use this row the most, these colors the most, because I find them very, very flattering on pretty much everyone. Okay, gold shades and coppery shades makes everyone's eyes just pop. Okay, so if you have blue eyes or green eyes or hazel eyes, it really doesn't matter. These colors are going to be just perfect for you. Okay, so you have here the gold and then the somewhat coppery bronzy color. Okay, so that's that. I highly recommend a neutral palette. I think every woman needs to have a neutral palette. Doesn't have to be a M.A.C palette, but I do recommend their eyeshadows since they're very, very good quality. The color payoff is absolutely outstanding. They're very blendable and so on and so far. So I really, truly love this palette. That's a keeper. Last but not least is my purple palette, and this is what it looks like. And this one I showed to you already on my previous video, so you know it by now. I'm going to swatch all of these colors, and by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the colors of all of these. Just for the sake of saving us some time throughout the video, I'm not going to turn each eyeshadow and tell you what color that is. because it's just time consuming. But at the end of the video, I promise I'll post the colors so you can check it out in case you're interested. Okay, I'm doing the first row and the middle row. These are absolutely gorgeous colors, very high in pigmentation. There's nothing bad I can say about the M.A.C eyeshadows, frankly. I really do recommend them. I mean, I know they are pricey, and some people over here are on a budget. I mean, I'm on a budget myself, and I can't always afford myself to get high-end makeup. I am eventually buying these products because I think they are the best, and I think they're worth my money eventually, because I want to end up looking great, and when I'm doing my makeup, I want it to be flawless. So when it comes to eyeshadows, you want to seek eyeshadows with good pigmentation, eyeshadows that are easy to blend, that will not crease throughout the day. Okay, so these eyeshadows are probably one of the best eyeshadows on the market, aside to Inglot and other companies. But that's that. Again, if you're in a budget person and you don't want to go ahead and invest in buying 15 different eyeshadows and arranging them in a palette, what you could do is either buy a palette, a 4-quad palette by M.A.C, and just get the essential colors that you need, or you can buy a 15 eyeshadow palette and just refill it with colors and buy eyeshadows the moment you have money. Okay, you don't have to fill it all at once. So that's a good idea also. So that's the final row of purples, you guys. And that concludes my M.A.C palette session. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed doing this video for you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to post it down below, and I'll do the best to answer all of your questions to the best of my capacity. In the meantime, stay pretty and healthy, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.